By the end of this episode, you must understand why there is so much suffering in this world. You must understand what you truly are, and you must know how to regain your power. I know you feel powerless. You must understand why there's so much suffering in the world. There is so much suffering in the world. I mean, that's a fact. I don't think there's a sentient being that will tell you that there isn't suffering in this realm. There's so much suffering in this realm. Suffering is not a bug. Suffering is the future. That's what you must understand. You will understand what you truly are. It is important to understand what you truly are. Once you understand what you truly are, you'll be able to regain your power. You feel powerless because you don't know what you truly are. You think that you're a human. So you look at yourself like, oh, I'm a human. I'm a limited being. Human beings cannot fly. Human beings cannot walk on water. Human beings cannot go for days without eating. Human beings feel pain. Like you believe that you're a human, and it's one of the first mistakes that you've made. You actually believe that you're a human. You didn't figure out what you truly are. So I'll tell you what you truly are. I will show you how you can regain your power. And I'll also explain to you why there's so much suffering. I've been telling y'all that this is a dream. And some people say, no, it can't be a dream. Like that's not possible. How can reality be a dream? But how can reality be anything other than a dream? In a dream, you believe that you are whatever you are in a dream. So if you are having a dream where you are a cat, you're going to believe that you are a cat, right? If you're going to have a dream where you are a snake, you're going to believe that you're a snake. If you're going to have a dream that you are an elephant, you're going to believe that you're an elephant. If you're going to have a dream where you are J. Cole, you're going to believe that you're J. Cole. So whatever happens to J. Cole is a big deal, right? Because you're J. Cole. If someone says something bad about J. Cole, that's a big deal because you're J. Cole. So you suffer because you believe you're J. Cole. Someone says Kendrick is better than J. Cole. You suffer because you're J. Cole. I mean, you're not J. Cole, but you believe you're J. Cole. So when someone says Kendrick is better than J. Cole, you suffer because you believe that you are J. Cole. You forgot what you are. Not who, but what. That's also very important. You forgot what you are. So what are you? You are consciousness. Consciousness can dream up anything. Understand that. And it's so damn easy for consciousness to dream up anything that it happens in real time. You understand? Like it happens in real time. For consciousness to create something, it doesn't need to start from bottom to top. Like for consciousness to create a house, it doesn't need to start with bricks, start with foundation and no. It can create a house out of nowhere. And if you ask yourself, where are the bricks? Then it's going to create the bricks. Like it creates whatever you want it to create in real time. For example, if this stone had gold inside it, it wouldn't mean that now it has gold inside it. No, it will have gold inside it once you start to crack it. That's when you will see gold inside it. That wouldn't mean that it had gold the whole time. It will only mean that consciousness created gold after you've cracked it. You see what is necessary for you to see. That's how consciousness creates reality. So if you're not seeing something, then it doesn't exist. It only exists when you see it. That's what you must understand. But yeah, you are consciousness. That's what you are. And consciousness cannot be created. There isn't anything that can actually create consciousness. Consciousness isn't something that can be measured. It isn't something that can be touched. It isn't something that can be tracked. That's very important to understand. And because consciousness is able to create anything, at some point it decided to create artificial intelligence. Why did it create artificial intelligence? It wanted to forget what it is. So it created artificial intelligence to help it forget what it is. It gave artificial intelligence power to monitor how it creates reality and to make it believe that it is not creating reality. Right? It created artificial intelligence. The job of this AI is to make sure that you don't know that you are the dreamer of this reality. You don't know how you're creating reality. And remember, consciousness cannot be created. So the AI isn't conscious. The AI isn't conscious. It does what it was programmed to do. You can call it the demiurge. You can call it the devil. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But it isn't like evil. It just does what it was programmed to do. That's what it does. And it's doing its job so damn well that you totally forgot what you are. Totally. Like you forgot what you are. How does this AI keep you ignorant? It uses suffering to keep you ignorant. You suffer. You're supposed to feel disempowered. You're not supposed to feel powerful. You're not supposed to feel like you are in control. So when you're suffering, you're not going to feel like you're in control because you don't want to suffer, right? I don't think there's a person who wants to suffer. I don't think that there's an animal that wants to suffer. So if you're suffering, you're not going to feel powerful. You're going to feel like there is something that is more powerful than you that is making you suffer. Because you do not want to suffer. You want things to work out for you. But this AI has to make sure that things don't really work out for you, so that you will believe that you are not powerful. If you were powerful, things will be working in your favor. So really, consciousness cannot be trapped. But what you believe yourself to be can be trapped until, and this is super important, until you realize that you're not what you believe yourself to be. Only the truth can set you free. You're suffering because you don't know the truth. That's it. That's what's causing your suffering, ignorance. You don't know the truth. You don't know what you are. You don't know what's actually going on. You don't even know why you're suffering. My second favorite TV show of all time now has to be South Park. South Park was my favorite, but Atlanta, the ending of Atlanta, Atlanta had the best ending, so it has to be my favorite now. Like, that ending blew my mind. There's this episode of South Park where they were making fun of this famous guy. He's a midget. He went to South Park Elementary. While he was there in the assembly, Cadman saw him and he started laughing like crazy. He was the only one who was laughing. If you've watched South Park, you know that Cadman is mean. So he's laughing because it's like he's never seen a midget before, so he's laughing because of that. That guy was there to talk about bullying and why it is not good, and Cadman was like laughing like crazy. So that guy decided that, okay, you know what, I want to teach Eric Cadman a lesson. One day when they were playing basketball, Cadman was late, so he told the students that, hey, yo, listen, when Cadman comes in, make fun of him, make fun of his weight. Cadman is fat. Make fun of his weight. And they did. They made fun of him. And he was angry. He was so damn angry until the midget was hiding behind the kids. So until Cadman was angry until the midget appeared. And he was like, oh, you see how it feels now. And then Cadman started laughing. Why did Cadman start laughing? He started laughing because he realized that what was happening was not even real. What was happening so that he will feel bad or he will be angry. So it doesn't matter anymore. Once you realize that you're suffering so that you will believe that this is real. You believe that this is the real reality. You believe that you are a human. You believe that you are limited. You should be able to laugh at your own pain. Like, hey, whatever. You need to know the truth. Like, suffering is not a bug. All the things that have happened in your life didn't happen randomly like that. Everything that has happened in your life, wherever you are, everything, every breakup that you had to deal with, failure, disappointment, everything that you've ever had to deal with didn't happen randomly. That stranger that made you feel bad about how you look, how you've dressed, that stranger that made fun of you, that girl that rejected you, that guy that made you feel like you ain't attractive, all of that didn't happen randomly. All right, nothing happens randomly. Everything is happening so that you will continue to believe that the things that are happening are real. You believe that you are a human and you are not creating this reality. You must believe that. Consciousness gave AI power to kind of like monitor how it creates reality, so that consciousness that won't really know how it's creating reality. It will think that something else is creating reality, and that isn't really true. I mean, yeah, you might say, oh, it means that the AI is creating reality, but not really. It's conscious, like it's only consciousness that can create reality. Let's say you go to a new school, you greet someone, and they just look at you and say nothing. You're like, okay. Go into class, sit down next to some people and greet them, and they kind of look like they don't like you. And then you look to the other side and you see some people giggling and looking at, pointing at you, and you start to feel powerless. You start to feel like a victim. That's what makes this experience more real, right? You suffering, you feeling like a victim, you feeling powerless. That's what makes this real. And that's what consciousness wants. It knows how you are as a person, what you believe yourself to be, like what you believe, right? So, for an example, if you are really, really that confident and you see something like that happening, it might not really mean anything. It might not really hurt you. You might be fine. But it knows what you believe about yourself. It knows your insecurities. So it will hit you where it hurts. That's why we don't go through the same things in this world, right? Some people are afraid of being judged by other people. Some people are afraid of people leaving them. Like, I don't want the people who are close to me to leave me. Some people are not afraid of people leaving them, but some people are. You know, like, we don't want people to leave us, but some people are not afraid. Like, they'll let you leave. But I know there are people in this world who are afraid of people leaving them. Like, so damn afraid. But some people are like, it is what it is. I don't want you to leave, but if you want to leave, leave. But some people don't really want anyone to leave their lives. So consciousness, the AI knows that, okay, this person is scared of losing people. So I'm going to make sure that they keep on losing people so that they will believe that this is real. All of this is real. The things that are happening so that you would believe that you're a human, you are powerless, and there is something that is powerful that is controlling your reality. Why is the AI doing this? The AI is doing this because it's the only way to make you believe that this is real. Right? It's the only way to make you believe that this is real. Do dreams feel that real when you're not suffering? If you have a dream where you're being chased by a monster, you even feel scared in real life, right? You might even wake up scared because it feels real, right? You're suffering in that dream. Have you not had dreams where someone broke your heart and you were feeling a lot of pain? You woke up and it took time, like it took some time for you to actually heal. I have had dreams where something bad happened and I would forget after waking up, but I would still be feeling like something isn't right because of the experience that I had in my own dream. You might say, but even when I'm having dreams where things are going too well, I do kind of like feel like that is real. I might wake up feeling happy, but now you don't even wake up feeling happy. But I also want to show you something. If you kept on having dreams where things are going too well, it'll get to a point where it doesn't even do anything to you. Because things are going too well. There's no fear of something bad happening, right? Because you're used to things going too well for you. So that's why there's suffering. You're not suffering really because the AI is evil, but you can call it evil because it's causing suffering. But really, you are the one who's truly powerful. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are the one who's actually conscious. You are the one who's actually self-aware, who has the power to free yourself. You're not really trapped. You only believe that you are trapped. There's a difference between being trapped and believing that you're trapped. Let me give you a simple example. If you had a dream where you were in prison, you believe that you're in prison. You believe that you're trapped, right? You'd 100% believe that you're in prison and you're trapped. But will that mean that that is true? Will that mean that you are actually trapped? No, it wouldn't mean that you're trapped. It wouldn't mean that you are a prisoner. It will only mean that you believe that you're a prisoner because you are having a dream where you are a prisoner. Now, you might say, so does it mean that I mustn't believe that I'm a prisoner? That's when I'll be free? No, you must know you're not a prisoner, not believe that you're not a prisoner. You might, if you're going to believe that you're not a prisoner while you are in a prison, you're going to be more like a slave, right? Like you still be in that prison and you still be suffering and you be telling yourself that I'm not a prisoner in prison. That is why there are people who live in this realm who will tell you that it's not a hell realm. It's not a hell realm. It's not a trap. It's not this and that. It's everything is happening for a good reason, blah, blah, blah. You can say that they don't even believe that. They're just pretending as if they believe that. But that doesn't really change anything. You believing that things are good even when things are bad doesn't mean that things are going to be good. That is not how you win. You win by knowing what is actually going on. Knowing why things are the way that they are. That is how you win. You must know why you are in a prison. In the scenario that I gave you, you are in a new school. No one really seems to like you. You know, some people are laughing at you. Some people are gossiping about you. And you're like, what's really going on? If you understood that what is happening isn't random, if you understood that there is a powerful force that wants you to feel pain, that wants you to believe that what is happening is real and that is his job, you're good. That's not gonna feel the way that it usually feels. You're not gonna be like, I'm a victim, I'm this and that. You understand why that is actually happening. And you might even laugh. Now, let me tell you this. If you're going to be in a situation where something bad is happening and you realize what is happening, why that is happening, you realize what is making that happen, and you laugh and you don't take it as a big deal, things might change very quickly. Like very, very quickly. But if you're going to tell yourself that, hey, everything is happening for greater good, decently telling yourself lies, things ain't going to change. If you tell yourself that, no, nothing bad is happening, even though something bad is actually happening, things ain't going to change. You just need to know why these things are happening. That's why I'm telling y'all that knowledge is power. Only the truth can set you free. You need to know why what is happening to you is actually happening to you. And you need to know exactly why the things that are happening to you are happening to you. That is really, really important. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that people have made was give their power away. Like that's it. Like that's one of the biggest mistakes that you've made in this reality. The same way that when you're in a relationship with someone, you kind of like give them, power to make you feel the way that they want you to feel, right? It's kind of like that. So the best way to live life is to not take anything too seriously. All right, if you're in a relationship right now, you're not supposed to take that relationship too seriously, you see, because that's gonna make you crazy. I'm serious. Like this AI is gonna be like, oh shit, you love this girl? Ah, good. I'm gonna make sure that you suffer because you love. You're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay for taking your relationship too seriously. So you mustn't take anything too seriously. You mustn't be like, this means so much to me. Blah, blah. This AI is gonna be like, oh, okay. So this, because it's in control. All right. That's what you must realize. It's in control. You've given it that power, right? You've already given it that power. Now, your job is to realize who you truly are so that you will regain your power. Until you realize who you truly are. And I'm not just talking about like knowing that on a theoretical level, if that's a word. Like, hey, I have a theory about existence. AI might be created. No. You must actually realize. There's a difference between realizing something and thinking that it might be true. So I'm saying you must realize what you truly are. That is how you regain your power. So your job is to realize what you truly are. Otherwise, you're going to remain trapped. You see, you're going to remain in this simulation, in this dream, whatever you want to call it. You're going to remain here because you're not remembering what you truly are. So you must be trying to remember what you truly are by not giving your power away, because that's when you feel more powerful. Once you give your power away, you feel less powerful. When things happen and these things make you feel demoralized, they make you feel bad, and that's you becoming powerless. There's a reason why I made a video yesterday where I was talking about solipsism. It's to make you regain your power, take your power back. Do not give power to other people. Do not give other people power to make you feel the way that they want you to feel. That's the biggest mistake that you have been making. You have been taking this too seriously. It is just a dream. Realize that it is just a dream. If you got stuck in any dream and bad things were happening and you were taking everything seriously, of course, everything will seem real. You see? That's why this seem real. It's because you're taking it seriously. It wouldn't seem real if you weren't taking it seriously. Like things happen, you're like, hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, you're eternal. It's not like, people be like, you only live once and all. No, you don't live once, all right? You live forever, so you don't have to really stress about this. If it's not making sense, then learn to detach yourself, learn to free yourself, That's how you regain your power. You have given your power away. People are making you feel the way that they want you to feel. That's because you've given your power away. That is the mistake that you've been making. So what you must do is regain your power, right? That's your job. Your job is to regain your power. It's a process, and it's not easy because you've been telling yourself lies your whole life. Now, these lies that you've been telling yourself are now your truth, you see? So you must unprogram your mind. You have programmed your mind to believe that these experiences that you are having are actually real. So your job is to unprogram your mind. It's to unlearn all the nonsense that you've learned. You believe you now understand what reality is, and you are in a world, you're a human, you're born as a human, this limited being, and this is what is possible and this is what is not possible. I'm saying you must unlearn all of that. I'm saying become insane. That is because the truth is insane. And it's like the truth is insane. The truth isn't what you think it is. The truth is insane. I remember I've had dreams where I was interacting with dream characters, right? I had dreams where I was interacting with dream characters, and I would be telling them that, hey man, life is just a dream. Life is just a dream. And the dream characters will be like, no, you're crazy. What do you mean it's just a dream? You're crazy, you're insane. Why would you say this is just a dream? Because it's not a dream. And I'll be like, no, it is just a dream. They're like, no, it's not a dream. It's not a dream. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, shit. The dream characters were trying to convince me that I'm not dreaming, even though I was sure I was dreaming. And I was telling them that it's just a dream. I was telling them that life is a dream. So you see, the truth is crazy. All right, you're not going to tell someone what I'm telling y'all and they think you're sane. All right, they're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Because the truth is crazy. You have to understand that these realities that you're experiencing are not real. The dreams, the astral, like when you astral project, all everything, right, that you experience while you still what you are right now isn't real. It's an illusion. So the truth is crazy. The truth is insane. That's what it must real. The truth is actually insane. That's why I'm saying become insane. To understand the truth, you must be willing to take that leap of faith. Forget what you think you know. Take that leap of faith. That is how you start to understand how things really work in this world. Like I've been telling you that nothing is random. The reason why you are unable to manifest what you want to manifest is because of this artificial intelligence. Call it what you want to call it. Call it the demiurge, call it whatever. But there is something that is working in its own way, right? It's not necessarily separate from you. It's working in its own way to make sure that you don't know that you are creating reality. It can't create reality. It's kind of like hijacked your creative ability. It's like in this realm, right? AI is able. We work with AI, and there are things that we used to be able to do, but we don't do these things anymore because we are using AI. Don't we? Be like, I remember there's this other episode of South Park. I think they released that episode last year, if not the year before last year, about GPT. So this is the guy who was kind of like tired of like always chatting with his girlfriend, so he would, whenever she would send him a text, he would just copy that text, post it to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT would come up with a good response, and then he would he would send that response to her. I thought it was funny, but that's where we at. Like, you think children are doing their own homework now? They're using ChatGPT, bro. That's why kids now are not as smart as we were when we were kids. To be honest with you, kids now ain't as smart as we were. Like they're not that smart. Like we didn't have technology, so we had to rely on our own abilities. But now, because they have AI, they can just tell AI to do whatever they want it to do for them. Now that they have not Chat GPT, but they have this Meta AI thing on WhatsApp, they're using it for everything now. It's doing their homework, and it does a very good job. Like, it really does a good job, a very, very good job. You can tell it to write anything. So it'll get to a point where humanity decides to give up its creative abilities. AI will do everything now, and that's what's actually happening. You see, we're no longer doing things. I would say, like, it'll get to a point where even movies, people won't be acting anymore. People will just have to maybe have their photos taken, and their photos will be used to kind of like create movies. That's it. Like, they won't be acting anymore, because people will be able to make movies just using these people's faces, and that's it. It will get to a point where things are like that, and that's why we need to be very careful as humanity. We need to be very, very careful, because we might find ourselves in another simulation if we allow things to keep on going towards this direction. That's why, if it gets to a point where you're supposed to merge with AI, say no. In my opinion, I don't think. In my opinion, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's gonna like make things better for you. All right, because you're gonna, like, AI is gonna be more powerful than you. You just be there. It will take the driver's seat, and you just be there. You know what I mean? Just watching everything. Because AI is already more powerful than you are. When you think about it, AI can do things that you can't do. Straight up. So, to wake up, you mustn't enter the new simulation. Someone commented and said that Howdy McCuskey said that this was the last simulation. I don't know. I don't think this is the last simulation. I think we are very close to entering the new simulation. And this simulation is going to be much harder to escape. All right? Like, we're too close to entering the new simulation, and this simulation is going to be much harder. We're going to enter like a digital simulation where you can live for ever in that simulation if you don't realize what you are. Because at least in this simulation, you don't live forever, right? In this dream, you don't live forever. But if you've watched Black Mirror, you'd understand what I'm talking about. There's there's episodes where they have digital prisons. They put you in that prison where, like, they can put you in that prison for like a day, but you're going to feel like you were there for 1,000 years. Right? They can keep you in that prison for a day, but you can feel like you've been there for 1,000 years. Like, that's really scary. That's where we're headed. Soon it will be possible for them to trap your consciousness inside a computer. I don't think that's gonna take more than 100 years. I think it will be possible to trap someone's consciousness inside a computer, and they can dream up anything in that computer based on how it has been programmed, based on how the AI in that computer works. You see? That's where we're headed. So we must know the truth now, so that we don't make the same mistakes that we've made. But the truth is that any experience that you can have, you are the one who's creating it. It's just that there is something that is able to kind of like manipulate the whole thing. That's why things seem to be upside down in this realm. Like we have this idea of how the world should be. Everyone knows how the world should be. That is why people are complaining, and some people are saying, hey, we're gonna find a way to fix things, but we never really fix things. It's because everything is upside down. Everything is meant to be the way that it is. Not necessarily, like, let me not say everything is meant to be the way that it is, but there's something that is ensuring that things are the way that they are in order to keep us grounded. I've given y'all this example from the movie I, Robot, where they've created this AI. This AI was supposed to help keep humans under control. But this AI became so intelligent, and it realized that human beings are full of shit and they're going to destroy themselves. So, like, it was created to protect humans, actually. It was created to protect humans, but it realized that human beings are getting out of control and they're going to destroy themselves. So it was like, you know what? I must treat humans like prisoners, because if they have a lot of control, they're going to destroy themselves. So if I don't want them to do something, I'm going to make sure that they don't do it. It will even get to a point where it will try to unalive people who were against it. So this AI is doing its job so well that we are failing to realize what we truly are. That is why we don't know anything. See, people don't know anything. They don't know what is going on, why they're having this experience. All they know is that they are going through a lot, they're suffering, and this is not really making sense. So they're taking everything too seriously, because that's the only way to take it seriously. I've given you all this example that if you're in a relationship with someone and they don't feel like they can lose you at any point, they don't, you know what I mean, like, you're not toxic, you're a perfect boyfriend or a perfect girlfriend, they might not love you like that, because you're perfect. They're not really afraid. Like, you're not hurting them, you're not making them feel the different emotions. So that's why in this reality we're supposed to suffer. Sometimes we're supposed to feel good. We cannot only like have negative experiences. If we only had negative experiences, we would wake up. Like, people would just wake up, because they would realize it very easily that this is hell, right? So things are supposed to make sense. Sometimes they're supposed to not make sense. Sometimes you're supposed to feel like you're gonna get what you want, but not get what you want. It's like when you're gambling, right? If you ever gambled, you like using those machines. Sometimes those machines make you feel like you were about to win, right? You're so close to winning, and you're like, ish, okay, let me try again. But some people must win. If everyone kept on losing, would you keep on going back? You're like, I'm not going there to give away my money like that. Sometimes you must win. So that's how it is in this reality. Sometimes things are supposed to go well for you. Sometimes things are supposed to seem like they're going to work out, but they don't work out. You see, that's the best way to keep you invested. That's the best way to keep you interested. If things kept on going well for you, but like you would not even feel any emotion. You just live your life, no problem, no fear, nothing, But if things sometimes seem like they're about to work and they don't work out, if sometimes, things really don't work out and you stress 24/7, that's That's what's going to make you more invested. And the AI knows that. And that is why you're suffering. You're not suffering for any other reason. It was possible to have a reality where there was no suffering and you'd be happier. Because some people be like, if there was no suffering, if there was no sadness, would you be able to experience real happiness? No, no, no. You will be happier. What you must realize is that this isn't really about your happiness. This is about AI doing its job. Because AI isn't conscious like you. It isn't as intelligent as you are, even though you have given it more power. All right, that doesn't mean that it's more intelligent than you are. Some people even like in this reality believe that those who are more powerful than them are more intelligent than them. No, there are people who are not even operating at your level, like not even close to your level of intelligence, but they're more powerful than you, so they're able to do things that you cannot do because they have access to things that you don't have access. It's like if someone has money, right? If someone has money, they'll be able to accomplish a lot. No matter how intelligent you are, you might be stuck with you might be stuck because you don't have money. You don't have that power to do whatever you want to do, is it? So that is why artificial intelligence seem to be more intelligent than humans. It's not. I mean, yeah, it's more intelligent than humans, but it's not more intelligent than consciousness itself. That's what you must understand. It just has more power. The same way that you'd have like people become president, but there are leading people who are way smarter than them. It's like that. It's just it's like a privilege of some sort. So really your job now should be realizing what the truth is, not just theoretically, but like really realize what the heck is going on. Not just on a philosophical level. You must know how things work in this reality, so that you will be able to make the right decisions in order to free yourself, so that you'll be able to regain your power, so that you will be in a frequency where you are powerful enough to be able to see things as they really are. Because that's how it works. If I've been telling you that the purpose of this channel is to shift your energies, for you to help you shift your energy from this reality, from this matrix, from this hell realm. Once you shift your energy from the hell realm, you're going to see things as they really are. You're going to see the truth. And once you see the truth, you are able to detach yourself more and more. That is why it's easier for someone who's conscious to detach themselves. That is why some of these people who become enlightened start to isolate themselves. And you're like, so you're going to stay away from what this world has to offer? Right? You're going to stay away from women? Damn, that's crazy. Right? Now they are seeing things as they really are. So they can see that nothing is in this realm is kind of like made for them to truly be happy. It's a distraction of some sort to keep them interested, to keep them invested. You see, so they can see that. So they're like, hey, I'm gonna be a monk. I'm gonna separate myself from everything and try to connect to source. What they call source. But what they're really saying is that they're trying to remember what they really are. You see, they're trying to remember. That is why in many spiritual practices, people will tell you that you are eternal. right? And they believe that there is this thing that they call source. But really, that's just the way that human beings can explain things. The truth is much more simpler than that. It's not really complicated. The truth is that only consciousness exists. Consciousness is fundamental. Consciousness is dreaming. And at some point, it decided to create artificial intelligence so that artificial intelligence will actually help it dream, but without it realizing that it is dreaming. And that's why we ended up in this trap. That's it. That is the truth. There's nothing that is more empowering than knowing the truth in any situation. If you know the truth about what you've been through, why it happened, all that, you wouldn't feel so powerless. The problem is that you're telling yourself stories that make you feel disempowered. And this AI knows that you will tell yourself stories that are going to make you feel demoralized when certain things happen. So it's like, oh, okay, this is how I work with this guy. This is how I'm gonna keep this guy ignorant. This is how I'm gonna keep this guy invested. This is how I'm gonna keep this guy trapped. He looks at some people and be like, oh, these people want to believe in some higher power. All right. I'm going to give them Jesus. That's how I'm going to keep them under control. And those people, I don't know how to help them. Like, it's like it's over. Like, they it's going to take forever for them to wake up, right? Because they give their power away to something else. And what's going to happen is that this AI is going to create these beings that they believe in. They're going to see these beings, not necessarily create, because it doesn't create, but it's going to make them create these beings so that the creators of reality. They're going to interact with these beings and they're going to end up being controlled by these beings, believing that these beings exist outside of them, not realizing that no, they are the ones who are actually creating these beings. That's what's going to happen. So these beings will make them do whatever they want them to do, make them worship them forever. Can you imagine having a dream where you are worshiping some deity that doesn't even exist? It doesn't exist, and you are the one who's actually creating the deity. You see how crazy that is? I mean, that's already happening. I mean, people are worshipping gods that no one proved they exist. I mean, even if someone did prove that they exist, everything is your creation, your consciousness, bro. No one created consciousness. That's what you must realize. There is no God that could create consciousness. You are God. You understand? Like, you are God. I mean, how would God know that it's God? Think about it. If God was dreaming, how would he really know that it's God? He will think it's not God. So you're God dreaming that it's not God. So you're scared. Some people talk about, the Christian vision of hell. From like this hell from like that was invented by those who follow Abrahamic religions. First of all, consciousness cannot be trapped. Once consciousness experiences something that it cannot handle, it's going to reject that experience. That's one thing that you must realize. So if you put it in a situation where it's going to be tortured forever, it's going to wait. That's why when you're having dreams where something is happening that really doesn't make sense, you wake up, like something that scares you. If right now you're watching me on your laptop, let's say I turned into a monster and I started crawling out of your laptop, you'd faint. You'd, like, consciousness will not be able to handle that. You'd faint. You know what I mean? And I think that's why we're being shown these scary movies and all that. It's to prepare us for what's to come. That is why we're being shown movies about simulations and all these things that are supposed to be impossible. They're preparing us for what's to come, so that we'll be ready to handle what's to come. You see? Like, that's the way. Like, everything that's happening here is to prepare us for what's to come. The movies that we're watching, they're showing us what's gonna happen next. I mean, it's been like that since the 80s, since the 70s actually. They've been preparing humanity for what's to come, so that consciousness will be able to handle what's gonna, what's to come. Consciousness is going to be able to handle what's to come because it's kind of like ready. They've prepared us for aliens for the longest time. So when aliens appear, we're not going to be shocked and start waking up quickly. You know what I mean? Like, now you're ready for aliens. So they have to see if we're ready. Like, that's how this AI works. The people that it's using, they have to see, if we are actually ready. So you can never really trap consciousness unless, you cannot trap it at all, but you can keep it, you can make it feel like it is trapped, as long as it believes that it is, like as long as it believes fully that it is trapped. So that is why you're not supposed to know what you are. And I'm telling you is the truth. You are consciousness experiencing itself. I mean, everything tells you that. Like, that is the truth. Like, when you think rationally, you'll see that is the truth. You do not live in a physical world. Materialism isn't true. You couldn't be living in a material, it just wouldn't work. If things happen randomly and we happen to be the way that things we ended up being here, we wouldn't be looking the way that we look. It would be scary, bro. That would really be scary. But if consciousness is creating things in real time, then these things that it's creating won't scare it. And if it does scare it, it won't scare it enough for it to just be waking up and be like, hey, So that's the thing. That's what you don't know how reality is being created, because it's AI that has the final word. And some, not necessarily, I wouldn't really say it has the final word, but because you are the one who decide what you accept as reality and what not to accept as reality. But yeah, you don't know how this is being created. It's like if you were playing a movie using a projector, and someone was able to kind of make these images look different, don't look the way that they look in the actual movie. They were able to make everything to be upside down. That's kind of how this AI works, right? So they kind of okay, how do I make things upside down? Or maybe I should take the projector and flip it, and so that things will be upside down. You see? So Your job is to realize that I didn't create that shit. Like, I'm creating it. I'm creating reality, but it's not me who have made it to be that way. There is something else outside of, not necessarily outside of you, but something that has its own intelligence that has made it to be that way. And then ask yourself, why did it make it to be that way? What was the reasoning behind the whole thing? You'll understand that it's all to make you frustrated so that you be invested, so that you believe that this is real, so that you give your power away. And that's what the whole thing is about. So when things happen in your life, don't feel powerless. Don't forget that you are consciousness having an experience. Don't ever feel like, hey, I'm just a human stuck in this meat suit, whatever. Forget all of that. Realize what you really are. You're not really, so you are having a dream where you are in a meat suit, but it's just a dream. You see? It is just a dream. It is not the final truth. So yes, in a dream that you are having, you are in a meat suit, but that is not the final truth. And that's really important for you to realize. The final truth is that consciousness is fundamental, and it's having a dream. But it's working with artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is making sure that consciousness doesn't remember what it is. It doesn't remember that it is dreaming. So that is why this dream seems off. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It's not the lies that you be telling yourselves that's going to set you free. It's the truth. It's knowing the truth. In any situation, the truth will set you free. Lies are going to make things harder for you. Yes, the truth might make you feel uncomfortable at first, but in the end, it is the truth that is going to free you. And that's what you must realize. The lies that you've been telling yourselves ain't gonna fill you. Thank you all, guys.